Let's say you want to get involved in research after you graduate from these programs. Where are the big name researchers located? Well, there's Dr. Sarah Jane Blakemore, who, if you happen to take a class at Duke University titled Educational Neuroscience with Dr. Ng, you could have read the following papers. A researcher and a professor of cognitive neuroscience at University College London, she is also the author of numerous books that share her interest in the links between education and neuroscience. One of these books, The Learning Brain, Lessons for Education, is a field review of what we know about how the brain learns and what this means in terms of actual educational practice. It's a pioneering book that bridges these two disciplines and also examines how we use research to look at challenges in the classroom, such as learning difficulties or remedial education. As of 2017, her research examined social cognition and decision-making during the adolescent years, and she is still based at her alma mater at University College London. Her colleague Uta Frith, with whom she co-wrote The Learning Brain, is a German developmental psychologist trained in clinical psychology who is also making strides in the field of neuroeducation. She currently works for the Institute of Cognitive Neuroscience, also at the University College London. Her current research delves into autism and dyslexia, especially incoherence. And these two aren't the only main researchers in the field at this university. Dr. Brian Butterworth, a former professor in cognitive neuropsychology with research interest in topics from dyscalculia to speech errors to alphabetic scripts, and Dr. Diane Lorillard, a researcher of large-scale online educational audiences, are also based at the central institution that seems to be producing plenty of qualitative research. Shisheng Pharma is also a collaborator in this field. He works in the Cognitive Architecture Lab at the University of Minnesota, where he takes a multifaceted approach involving behavioral experimentation and computational modeling of data in the brain into discovering fundamental cognitive mechanisms that support abstract thinking, which is especially relevant in math and other STEM concepts. Lastly, Mary Hellett and Mordino Yang is a name that also frequently appears in a quick database search of educational neuroscience. She studies the neurobiological basis of social emotion, self-awareness, and culture in relation to learning, development, and schools. While serving as the 3-year president of the International Mind, Brain, and Education Society, she also served as the distinguished researcher on funded projects related to school and life achievement. She works as a professor at the Brain and Creative Institute out of the University of Southern California, another hotspot for neuroeducation research.
Now you might think, after I get my fancy degree and hang out with all these big-name researchers, what are my career options? Am I limited to doing research at institutions like they are? The answer is no, absolutely not. A big thing about educational neuroscience that we have been emphasizing throughout this whole video is that it is multidisciplinary. There are so many stakeholders in the future of our children, and as a result, there are so many opportunities for you to choose from when entering the field of educational neuroscience. Your favorite brain games could be improved by educational neuroscience. Games like Luminosity, Brain Age, and others will need your expertise in order to create the most effective and non-neuromyth perpetuating programs. Your insight could help these companies not get fined millions of dollars. If games are too childish for you, you could work in policy. Neuroscience is super impactful in policy these days. Neuro research able to back so many different decisions that affect our teachers and students every day. It's possible to create real change within the classroom with educational neuroscience. Maybe if you love teaching, bring those educational neuroscience principles with you into the classroom. Use tools such as meditation, growth mindset training, and other of these principles in order to make your classroom the most effective that it can be. As you can see, the possibilities are limitless. Educational neuroscience can take you down so many different paths, and the work that you will do is important and effective. The interdisciplinary graduate programs we mentioned before, as well as being able to work with some of the top researchers in the field, can really open your eyes to all the ways educational neuroscience can affect your life and the lives of many others.